We will work together at some point in the future.
Oh.
And I was like, I looked at my friend, I was like, I didn't get anything. Nothing. And there was a pause in the voicemail, and then Eric said, in fact, we're going to be working together pretty soon because you'll be playing Zero and Ichiru in Vampire Night. And I was like, yay, Zero! Who's Ichiru? I didn't even know he had a twin brother.
Oh, you're right.
They're like, this is awesome. So
I didn't even know he had a twin brother.
yeah, so
Shut up, Marissa.
Kaname doesn't care. He
Don't
doesn't
you laugh
care.
at me. Don't laugh at my ignorance.
He doesn't even love me.
I'm Kaname. I don't need to know everyone.
Who's who of
Night
the
class.
Vampire Night Academy. So that was that, and I flew out. I was living in Texas, but hey, distance means nothing if you have a passion for something.
Yeah.
If you want something bad enough, you get on an airplane.
Yeah.
You drive somewhere. You do what you need to do to make the most of the opportunity. So I flew out, and by the way, I don't know if I should say this or not, but I don't really care anymore. Nobody paid for me to fly out.
Nope.
They didn't pay my plane tickets or hotel rooms. I came out there on my own dime because I wanted to be a part of this. So I'm very honored to be, and I want you to know something. I haven't seen these two in years, and I love them so dearly. Mela is one of my sweetest. I love her to death. We've done music together and several projects. Skippy, some great shows, yeah. And this guy, man, what an honor. This guy's one of the greatest directors. You guys know him from Ladybug, Miraculous. And I when I found out that we were gonna be here together, this weekend could not get here soon enough for me. I was like, everything in my life was gauged on how many days till back anime. Like if I was doing something like, okay, 4 days. 3.2 days. I could not wait, and so I'm so happy to be here with you guys.
Well,
happy to be here.
I heard that SAC Anime was they're the same people that made Back Anime, and then someone's like, "Well, it's Bake Anime for Bakersfield." And I was like, "But Bake Anime sounds a little sus."
Yeah.
And then of course
Anime
there's
festival.
What is it?
there's the drug dealer anime, crack anime. And
No, they don't have that. That's in Merced.
that was just a joke.
Sorry, my
because-
bad. I don't know.
And then there's a convention for those of us that spent all of our money on autographs and cosplay. We call that Lack Anime. That's where we all just go, yeah, I don't have enough money for that.
Is there anyone in here named Zach? You could have an anime.
Yeah, Zach
Oh my
Anime.
gosh, I would be at
Start a
Zach
convention.
Anime so...
Zach anime.
And
Zach
it's
Anime.
all people named Zach, and we just have to be like, hey, Zach.
And if you're really lazy, we'll have Slack anime.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
He's starting Slack anime right there. He's like, I'm starting. I don't even want to hold my hand up anymore.
No, I'm already falling asleep in the middle of this panel. Yeah.
Peeps, 2010, setting the stage, July of 2010, Mami Okada, who thought was going to call him for this, she says,
Hello, Mela. This is the Mami Okada.
There's an appearance in San Diego. It's called Comic Con San Diego, and if you might want to go, we'll pay for your hotel, and Vic and Israel are going to be there. And I was like, okay. And I'm like, maybe it's a Denny's or something, and we're just gonna say hello. I don't know what Comic Con is, San Diego Comic Con. I was gonna go to law school, right? And so I was like, you know, because clearly who makes a living as a voice actress? That was like the most impossible thing I could think of. But I thought, free trip to San Diego and a hotel. And in my brain, I'm thinking, as I see these two guys, they just need a girl to balance off. You know, there's too many guys. So I'm probably just here to balance off the, you know, the testosterone. And I'm thinking, why am I here? Because I also didn't know a lot about anime. So what I knew about Yuki Cross is that she seemed sort of important to the story, and they fed me for free every time I went. And I was broke. I don't know if you guys can raise your hand. Has anyone ever been broke? Where you're like 3 burritos for $1? Okay, that's $1 for the day, right? That's like breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and you're not super popular with your friends. We won't talk about that.
No one wants you on a road trip.
No. So I get there, and everything is in the back of the convention center. It's all of these back rooms, so you don't see anybody. You're like in a big hotel, like, you know, so I'm thinking we're gonna go to a ballroom maybe. And so I'm shaking, my lips are shaking. I don't know if anyone's ever been so nervous your lips are shaking when you try to talk. And Ezra's on one side, Vic's on the other side, and they're like, it's okay, and I'm like, I'm trying to, and start to try to take pictures. They're like, just have fun. I'm like, I'm so petrified. And I'm like, I don't know if I can do this. And we're just in the back rooms, right? And they're like, we just want to go. We're going to sign for like an hour or two. And Mommy, I think she was there. She's like, it's okay. We're just going to sign for a little bit. I was like, great. So we go through some door, and then it was like, San Diego Comic-Con. Ding, 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 ding. All these noises. I'm so overwhelmed. I think I'm going to just crawl into a hole. But I'm like, breathe. It's okay. It's an hour. There's going to be like 4 people there. It's okay. And I figure... So I sit down and I'm signing, and my friend Walter, who was the Black Power Ranger, was like, Mela, dude, why didn't you tell me you're in the show? Vampire Night! And I was like, because you're not a 14-year-old girl? Like in my brain, there's like 4 people, they're all gonna be between the ages of 14 and 14 and a half. And like, I have no concept. And he turns around and he has this bag that has Yuki Cross on it. Because when you go to San Diego Comic-Con, they give you bags. And I was like, where'd you get that? He goes, everybody has one. And I was like, is this a popular show? Because I thought it was popular because Vic was in it.
Yeah.
Wrong.
And he says, turn around. And there had been this little tiny camera in the front, and I thought they were gonna film it for, I don't know why, like somebody's grandmother? And I turned around and there was this big Jumbotron with the 3 of us signing, and then a line out the building. And I was like, so this voiceover thing, it might stick, right?
Too. I need to read up on this a little more.
Yes, and I mean, that year I went to a couple of conventions with Vic, and people ask questions, you're about to ask questions, I'm sure, and I didn't know all the answers, because I'd only seen my episodes, and we don't record at the same time. And I was in New Zealand with Vic, and somebody's like, so in episode blank, you changed your outfit? And I was like, they're like, so what happened in between scene whatever? And then it's like a question like, what happened between these 2 scenes that wasn't even in your script? And I mean, there's 3,000 people, we're in this like huge thing, and Vic's like, I got this. And he like makes up a scene on the spot. And he just does that Vic voice, Yuki. You can do it, yeah. And
I've learned my lesson since then. I've learned my lesson.
She's like, Yuki. And he's like, thank you so much for like, it was something like, I just really needed that blood, and cool, dude. Like, it was just whatever. And all these girls were like, ah! It's like the power of this person. And I was like, all right, I think these are my people. Like, it was like, you can't go wrong. But it turned out okay. I turned out okay.
Yeah.
The end of that story is I decided to stick around.
You did. And that was kind of your first venture into anime, wasn't it?
It was.
And since then, you become like a superstar, and all these things you've done, and
Everybody knows me at the gas station on Coldwater and Moore Park. Yeah. I'm super famous.
How about you? Now, where were you in
Where
your
was I?
voice acting, directing
Yeah.
career when Vampire Night happened?
I was exactly where I am right now. Like, nothing has changed. All of it is the same. It was, to be a voiceover actor or a director, to be involved in any kind of industry like a creative performing arts industry, it's always a hustle, because these projects, no matter how big or how popular they're only for a short amount of time. And then the project is over, and then you got to move on to another project. So we're always working